Hello and welcome to my Tarot Corner. So, if we are talking about classical tarot decks that need to be a part of each tarot deck arsenal of decks that are part of every tarot deck reader, the HANSON-ROBERTS tarot is a must. This is a very cute, very childish but beautifully created tarot deck. It's a classic, and the good thing about it is that it comes in a pocket size, and I actually have more than one copy because I got one as a present from one of my subscribers who wanted me to have her secondhand decks. So this one is the one that I got from her. It's actually in pristine condition, only the box is tattered. And today I'm going to use it for this reading because this reading is about children, and I'm going to use this opportunity to use these special cards that are angel cards for children by Diana Cooper, who has a lot of other cards, unicorn cards and angel cards for adults as well. So these are her angel cards for children. And why am I doing this reading? So this week, Catherine and William took Prince George and Princess Charlotte for a very unique treat to visit the TV set of The Rings of Power, which is a sequel of Lord of the Rings by J.R.R. Tolkien. And Prince William himself is a big fan of the Lord of the Rings, so it wasn't only a treat for Prince George and Princess Charlotte. I suppose this was a treat for Prince William as well. And they went there at night, I suppose not to interfere with the normal day work of the set, or not to interfere with other things that were scheduled. And they were welcomed by everyone on the set, and they had a wonderful day. And that was a really nice surprise for Charlotte and George. But then came the criticism, and the people that, the green-eyed monster of envy had to raise its head, and the cries of people saying that this is using their privilege, and this is doing things that other kids cannot have, and using their privilege to give their children treats that other kids cannot get. And this is, I think, really being over sanctimonious. That's the word. That, I think that is that this is what it is. And I can just show so many children of rich people all over the world that are getting special treats just because their fathers are millionaires or billionaires, and they can get all sorts of special treats movie stars that will come and perform in their 12th or 13th birthday. Even here in Israel, bar mitzvahs or special birthday parties can be full of stars when the parents are loaded with money. So this sanctimonious cry that the Wellses don't need to indulge their children with things that other children don't get because they need to keep this facade that they are royals, and because they are royal, they shouldn't give their children things that other children don't get. This is, I think, something that shouldn't. This is a criticism that should be nit at the butt. This is how I see that. And I'm going to look into this. I'm going to look into the situation. I'm going to look at the real reason that people are criticizing this. What is the underlying reason? So the underlying energies or the underlying fears that are causing people to put out these criticisms. How does this criticism impact George or Charlotte and the Wellses? Maybe they are shielding the children. Maybe the children don't know. So we will see. And what is the lesson that they can learn from this, and how can they overcome this? So this is a spread that I actually devised by myself, and my teacher actually told us that when we get to this stage when we have these questions and we are not sure about how exactly to ask them, and we want to find a way, we can always make our own spread and find a way to do the reading by ourselves. And Rosie's coming to visit. Hi. She wants to go out. I don't know if you can see her, but she's standing here looking at the window. Can you see her? Yeah, now you can see her. Okay, but I'm going to keep here with the spread, and if she keeps on, then I'll let her go out. Okay, so let's say my disclaimer. This is a tarot reading. It is vibrational. It is open to interpretation. It exists as assumptions and speculation, and as such, may or may not be true. So please do your own research and decide for yourselves. Okay, so let's clear the deck. Okay, so she really wants to go out, so let me just let her out. So let's clear the deck. And let's start asking. So William and Catherine took Charlotte and George to visit the TV set of Rings of Power. And got criticized for taking the children for a surprise visit to the TV set of Rings of Power. Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and the Prince and Princess of Wales got criticized for a surprise visit on the set of the television sequel of Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power. They got criticized for their surprise visit of this set. What can we learn about this criticism, the reasons for the criticism, how does it affect each and every one of them, and what can they learn from this and how to overcome it? What can we learn about the criticism that the Waleses and their children received for their surprise visit on a TV set for the sequel for the Lord of the Rings TV series, Rings of Power? Okay, so the first card is the situation card, and it shows us the situation as a whole, the visit, the decision of the visit, how the visit went, the impact of the visit. That could be the good things, the bad things around it. So what we're getting here is the Two of Rods. The Two of Rods, that's the Two of Wands. And that is a card that shows, this is a card that actually speaks about embarking on this road to get your potential realized. This is a great card for parents that are taking their children to a place of education, of showing them something that is enlightening, showing them something that is contributing to their education, that is opening the world to them. And this is why we have this world here. This is why we have this person that is looking at the vast world and looking at the options that are opening in front of him. So this is what the Waleses are giving to their children, not only by taking them to this TV set. This is something that they are giving them in everything that they do with their education. They are opening the horizons of their children. They are educating them to learn and to want to enlarge their knowledge. And this is part of it. This is about learning how to love reading, to love things that are connected to literature, to appreciate the arts, appreciate acting, appreciate a lot of things. So this is about opening horizons for the children. This is the situation. This is what we see, and this is what this whole idea was about. So it's not only to give their children a fun day. This was part of giving the children more than just fun day. It was about opening their horizons, about teaching them. It's about showing them that they have a lot to learn, that they are embarking on this road to get their potential realized, and they are just at the beginning of that road. So this is the situation. Okay, what is the reason, the reason for the criticism, the real reason? And what we're getting here is the Four of Cups. Four of Cups is a card of doubts. And this shows that the people that are criticizing are showing their doubts. This is about doubts not only in regard to this event. This is more deeper than that. This is their doubts in the monarchy. This is their doubts in the succession line. This is their doubts in the fact that a family that was born to have this privilege has this privilege. So in this card shows that this is the reason. The reason is not because they want to criticize this actual thing that Catherine and William did. This is only an excuse. This is deeper than that, because William and Catherine only gave them a good excuse to show the world that the royal family is taking advantage of their privileged situation. But this is about their own doubts about whether or not this Windsor family deserves to be in that privileged position that they are. So we see here people that are losing faith. So these people are losing faith in the monarchy. This is about people that are looking at the monarchy and thinking that the monarchy is not acting in the right way. They are having trust issues with the monarchy. And this is about people that don't see the reality as it is. And as you can see, this person here, he doesn't see the 3 cups that are full. He doesn't see the cup that is coming in his way. He is sitting there sulking. He is they feel lonely. They feel like outsiders. This is a card of people that are depressed. They feel abandoned, and they are taking it out on the children, and they are taking it out on the royal family. So these people are feeling bad about themselves. It is a feeling of boredom, feeling depressed, and they are taking it out on the royal family, and they're not seeing reality, because if they had seen reality, they would have seen the cups that are full and the cup that is being given them. It's like the royal family or King Charles that is offering right now hot drinks in all of his houses, that he's offering now a hot meal in all of his houses for everyone who wants to come and enjoy some hot drinks and hot meals. This is like King Charles offering something for his subjects, and those people don't see that. They don't see what the monarchy is offering. They don't see the benefits that the monarchy is offering. Now, one of the things that Trevor, for example, said about the visit to that television studio is that the fact that the Welleses went to that television studios, it elevates that program. It elevates that TV series. It causes the people to want to watch it. People will watch it more because they now know that Prince William is a fan. So these things sell. These things always elevate the popularity of those television series, of these programs. These things have meaning. The fact that, for example, William and Catherine went to the BAFTA, it does elevate the movie industry of the British movie industry. So it always have meaning, and it has there's benefit, but they don't see that. And it's like people who listen to the wrong advice. It's people that are getting listen to gossip with malice. And this is exactly what the Four of Cups is all about. So this is the reasons, this is the real reason for that criticism. But what is the underlying energy? What is the underlying fear that is causing this, or causing the depression? What is causing these people to be so susceptible to these to be influenced by people that want them to not to want the monarchy? So what is causing them to be so susceptible to be to be influenced? And what I'm getting here is the Page of Swords. So that is so this is like the liar, the slick-tongued person. This is the journalist. So this is the person that is talking in their ear. This is the person that is giving them the gossip with malice. These are the reporters, or the people that are trying to topple down the monarchy. So this is the underlying energy here. These are the people that are working behind the scenes and getting the people that are that lost faith, the people that lost trust, people that are disappointed, people that are full of doubts and are not sure. All of these people are being influenced by those pages of swords, those slick-tongued reporters. And it doesn't have to be real reporters, but it's people that have slick tongue, people that can be liars, and people that are very good in communication, verbal communication, and they are the ones that can insert a lot of gossip with malice. They are the one that can give a lot of bad advice, and they're the one that can influence people that are susceptible to that in kind of influence. So this is the underlying energy. So there are darker forces behind this. There are darker and deeper forces behind this. And this is only a symptom. So now I wasn't going to go so deep in this reading. I meant to do something more fun-like about Prince George. I really didn't mean to go into darker avenues in this reading, but sometimes when there are darker avenues, so you cannot run away from them. So apparently this is the reason, because the monarchy is being threatened all the time, and the King Charles and Prince William need to know that, and they need to think about how they try to fight this, because they are being threatened by these people that are finding those subjects that are losing trust, those that are losing faith, those that are not sure, those that cannot see reality as it is, those that are suffering, those that are in a way unable to see that they have a full cup, but they cannot see that, those that can be influenced in a good, those that feel lonely, those that are depressed and can be influenced easily. So they find those people and they influence those people, and then those people come out in social media, in all other avenues, and criticize the king, the Prince of Wales, and each and every one of those them for all sorts of things that do not need to be criticized. So is Prince George influenced by it, even he doesn't even know. And what we're getting here is the Nine of Pentacles. So no, he's not, because he's really still very much happy. Nine of Pentacles is a good card. It's a card of abundance. It's a card of happiness. So he's not influenced by that. So I believe that William and Catherine are shielding the children from it. But Prince George does understand that he will have to work hard for everything that he wants to achieve in life. And this is why we started this reading with the Two of Wands. This is a card that speaks about being in the beginning of the road, and you will have quite a lot of road to go in order to achieve your potential, in order to make that potential reality. And this card is telling us that Prince George realizes that money or honors or whatever it is, success comes only after working hard. This is not something that comes out of the sky. This is not something that comes out just because you want it and or just because you were born to it. He knows and he realizes that he will have to work hard for this, but he's not influenced by the criticism that came out in that event. Let's see what happens with Princess Charlotte. Did she get any kind of knowledge about that? And what we're getting is the Nine of Cups. So both of them are nines. Both of them are happy. He's the Nine of Cups. She's the Nine of. He's the Nine of Pentacles. She's the Nine of Cups. Both of them are very much shielded from this. So the Nine of Cups is the wishes coming true card. It's a card of someone who knows how to accept abundance. It's someone who is happy, but it's someone who is happy in what he has. And this is a card of not a spare. And as Prince Harry said in his book that he's, or not even his book, in all sorts of interviews, that he's worried about Charlotte and Louis because they might be spares like he was. So I can tell you by this card, Charlotte is no spare. She is happy with what she has. This is a person that knows how to accept happiness. She knows how to accept what she has. She's happy with what she has. This is a person who is successful, a person that is in a good place. She is not jealous. She's not envious. She does not feel that she deserves more than she's getting. She is happy with what she's getting. She's happy with what she has. She has plans for the future and she knows what she wants, but she also is happy with what she has. She's not looking at at her lot, and she doesn't have doubts, and she's not depressed, and she's not a spare. So not Charlotte and not George, they're not influenced. So let's see how William and Catherine are taking this criticism, and we're getting the World. And the World card is a card of beginning. It's a card of ending. Now, this is a card that is, we can see that this, we can look at this card in many ways. one way is a way of, look at me, I am in front of the whole world, and they know that everything that they do is something, is public, so they are always open to scrutiny and criticism. Everything that they do might get criticism. They know that it's part of their life. But they also feel that in a way they are limited. They feel that they live in this, let's say, shielded place, but also constricting place. So this is well, they know that they have this rules that they need to abide to on one hand, but on the other hand they need to be very public and to show themselves and their children to the public. That's part of the agreement. So they cannot do things like that and keep it a secret. So they know that they cannot run away from criticism, and they accept that. So the world card is not a card that shows any kind of anxiety around that. It is a card of acceptance. It's a card of a person that accepts that this is part of their life. They live sheltered life on one hand, but it is restricted on the other hand. They are not free to do whatever they want. It's not an oligarch life. They are not. William is not a son of an oligarch that can just do whatever he wants, and they are not billionaires' sons. That they are royals, and royals have duties, and they have rules that are constricting, that are limiting them. But on the other hand, they have a lot of other perks that they can enjoy. But this is what the world card is showing us, the hardship of balancing all of these contradicting energies together, because it is contradicting, because you feel, and I think that is part of the reason why Harry couldn't manage it, because he couldn't understand the very thin line of a balance, a very, very thin balance that is needed in order to survive in this atmosphere. It's an atmosphere of knowing how much you give to the public and how public your life is going to be on one hand, and on the other hand, how private you keep your life, because you can keep your life private, because there is an agreement that some of your life is private. How much is your how much of your life is sheltered? How much is you are in this restricted cocoon in a way? And this is how they feel. So they feel that they are walking on this very thin line of balancing a balancing act, and they know that this is part of the game, so they realize it and they accept that. So they are not taking it as bad as other people might think. They understand that this is part of their life as royals. Okay, so what is the lesson that they can learn from this? And I speak about the royal family as a whole. Okay, this is just one of the cards that I need to remember to take out. So the lesson is the Six of Roads. And the Six of Roads is the card of victory. And this is a card of success. This is a card of victory. And but we need to look at the lesson here. And the lesson is that if you persist and if you keep going forward in your path, and this is a continuation of the path that we started with the Two of Rods, with the Two of Wands. If you keep on persisting, then you achieve the victory. Achieving a goal is something that is part of the experience, and it is important to experience the achievement and not to be arrogant and not to be obsessed with the achievement itself. It is very important to be to understand that this is a part of the road, and the Six of Wands is the second. The second victory in the Wands suit. It is the second. It's the end of the second cycle in the suit of Wands. In the suit of Wands, we have the Ace, the 2, and the 3, which is the 3 is the first success. And then we have the 4, the 5, and the 6, and the 6 is the second success. Now, all sixes in tarot are about second chances, because this is a second chance in success. So if you even missed the first success of the Three of Wands, you get a second chance with the Six of Wands. But it is also about being there for achieving, for the achievement, but also persisting in your goals. It is about persisting in your way to achieve what you want to achieve. And all of the roads, all of the wands are about getting your potential realized. This is what your victory is all about. It is about getting your potential realized. And here we learn, and this is what the royal family needs to learn, is that their victory is about getting their potential realized, about getting what they need to do, about getting what a part of everything that they need to do, what their charity work, what they give to the community, what they do for others, not let trivial things sway them away from it. And I think that the Welses are doing that in a great way, because they're not letting these things put them aside. They're not letting these things interfere with their day-to-day work, and they're not letting these things influence their children, which is great. This is exactly how they should react to these kind of things, and they should persist. And if they persist, they will get to that victory. But one very important thing to understand is that the achievement doesn't have to be just for the conqueror. It has to be for getting the potential realized, and to forget about the ego. The ego, if the ego is taking control, then we are doomed. We are going towards the Nine of Wands and the Ten of Wands, which are not such a great cards. Okay, so that is the lesson. So how can they overcome this thing? And this thing is this thing. The people that are trying to influence weaker people, people that are easy to influence in order to try and get the monarchy down. So these are the slick-tongued people, the ones who have good verbal communication, the ones that are spreading false rumors, the ones that are spreading all sorts of bad advice to the people to the ones that are in a very delicate situation and cannot see reality as it is and need some support, and instead of giving them the support, they are giving them bad advice, false rumors, and feeding their doubts. So this is the dangerous thing here. And how can they overcome this? How can the royal family overcome this? And what I'm getting here is the Tower. Okay, so what does the Tower mean when we get it here? This is not saying that the royal family is about to dissolve. This is a warning card. And this is a warning card because all of these cards are not so important. These are the cards that are important. From all of this reading, these are the cards that are important. Because this is the real threat. We started with children, but we got to the real threat. And this is the warning card that is telling the royal family that if they will not take care of these people, and if they do not check the foundations, and the foundation is not only the foundations of them as a family, it's the foundations of the monarchy, it's the foundations of the British realm, it's the foundations of organizations like MI5, MI6, that they are supposed to find people like that, because people like that are traitors. People like that are traitors that are there to stir up and to create havoc and to create noise. Because what are they doing? They are making people start reacting to all sorts of trivial things, to put out on social media all sorts of criticism for trivial things. And those trivial things, it's accumulating, and it's a lot of noise. But this noise keep on penetrating, and it keeps on penetrating, and this is exactly what they hope for. So this card is telling the royal family, you need to check the foundations of the institution, all of it, so the tower will not fall. If you want to keep the tower upright, standing, and that you want to keep the crown on top of the tower, you need to check the foundations. You need to find those people. You need to treat them like the traitors that they are. Okay, so that was a bit more profound than I thought. And this is how tarot goes. You start with one thing, and then I really thought that I will just be with children in this reading, and I only brought angel cards for children. So let's take some angel cards for children. As an oracle card for Charlotte and George, because although it seems like they are in the dark about it and they don't feel any kind of an anxiety, but I still want to give them some kind of good advice. Okay, so let's clear the deck. Charlotte and George, Wales. Charlotte and George, Wales. Okay, so one card. White feather. When you find a white feather, your angels are very close. Say to yourself, my angels are close. If you do not find a feather, draw a picture of one. It's a nice message. And this is it for this reading. I hope you liked it. And if you did, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave me a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.